My name is Alphonse. I've known Frank for all my life and practically grew up in the same home. We grew up as Catholics, believers of defined morals and values. It seemed that for every action, there was a definitive classification of that action as either moral or immoral, up to heaven or down to hell, black or white. Growing up, however, we learned that we truly do live in a world of gray. This world didn't affect my mother though. She made sure that I never stole, lied, or hurt anyone, never looked with envy, and to always be grateful for what we have. This became difficult, however, as I sat with Frank, digging around our homes for crumbs. As teens, we were supposed to focus on school, but we were swept into the bootlegging industry. It seemed to offer an escape from everything. We could escape from poverty, the pangs of hunger, and most of all, our own deep-seated sense of inadequacy. The flow of alcohol let all our other problems flow away. For brief moments, we could feel like the rich upper class. We could feel nothing.
If the boss catches any of the bottles being shattered, he'll kill it.
You're good. Pretty good shipment today, huh?
Yeah, the boss is gonna be pleased.
It's just annoying how we need to take the forest ride every time.
What was that noise?
I don't know, something comes on.
Who's there? Alphonse, get the gun.
What?
Get the goddamn gun.
He's just a kid.
You know the boss hates loose ends. We can't screw up this operation. You know what the punishment is. I ain't screwing around. You gotta put him down. Come on, it's the boss. You better kill him, okay? I want to hear the shot. Take care of the body afterwards. Do you hear that? I think the cop just diverted. Go!
We got us. Hey friend, how much do you want? 1,000? 5,000? My boss can hook you up.
Let me give you some advice, eh? Don't try to bribe me. I know most of the federal officials are corrupt and don't give a damn about the state of society. Hell, most of Congress gets their own booze from old George Cassidy. Everyone bribed with alcohol, but not me. I lost my father to a drunk driver, and I vowed to make sure alcohol doesn't ruin any more lives. Let's take you in.
You don't know me. You don't know how I live my life. How could you possibly understand? You clearly come from a good family. You grew up respected, never having to break any rules, and probably taught to look down on anyone that did. When a person's worth is defined by their fortune, the self-loathing that rises up in the hearts of poor people is unimaginable. Who wants to accept that they were not born good enough and that no matter what they do, they won't be able to provide for the ones that they love? Why do you think that I sell alcohol? Do you really think I do it to hurt the people I sell to? If even the rich need to drink to forget about this crappy world, shouldn't the people that live at the bottom of that world need it even more? I sell it to survive, to provide, and to help the other neglected people of the lower class get through the day.
I won't pretend to understand, but do you really think that enabling the poor to drink their lives away is helping them? Everyone needs to face their problems and stop hiding behind the drink.
Well, it's a lot harder for us to face our problems, isn't it?
The gangs controlling the streets do anything but help the neglected people survive. You claim to want to help the lower class, but in the process of helping them, you're destroying them. Alright, let's cut to the chase. My men were watching your little operation, all the way from its origins in France. We followed your every step of the way, buddy, and we've got a hell of a lot of evidence to convict you of illicit alcohol smuggling. When this goes to court, I'll make sure you get 20 years for violation of the 18th Amendment. But I have a better option. You see, you're one of the first men we've caught that has been deeply involved with the syndicate. You also seem like one of the few that gives a damn about people. How about we cut you a deal? If you cooperate with me, if you help me take down key members of the gang, then I will do everything in my power, everything, to reduce your sentence. Or if you double-cross me, if you even suggest that you are working with them, I won't hesitate to shoot you. I'll let you think about it.
March winds and April showers make way for sweet flowers, and then comes May. March winds and April.
You gonna take the deal?
I thought about what you said. I was saying that the ends justify the means, but it's really all rationalization. I was selfish. I honestly joined the gang out of need, but I use most of the money I get to cush up my own life. Now and then, I give a beggar some money to give myself a sense of self-righteousness. And then the next day, I shoot a beggar to keep him from talking. Now I have a chance to start over and right my wrongs. I don't know how to help the poor exactly, but I know that the first step is to bring down the gangs. I will help you dismantle the bootlegging rings.
Good answer. Before we start, I gotta lay down some ground rules. You'll be followed everywhere you go, even if you can't tell we've got eyes on you. Now, if you're ever in a tight situation, you gotta signal us. Make it something subtle, and we'll come busting in. Your main objective is to get back into the gang and regain their trust. Then, we can start taking it apart.
Hey barkeep, can I get a green light?
Yeah, sure. Here you go, old sport.
Hey friend, why are you here?
The usual. Before Prohibition, I had a solid job, kids. After they passed the 18th Amendment, I lost my job. I was so depressed I had talent for making alcohol, and those damn fools in Congress decided to rain on my parade. Well, I was so depressed that I turned to alcohol to wash away my worries, and I kept drinking and drinking until I ran out of money. After that, my family left me, and my life went to pieces. I lost everything.
I know the feeling. My life has also been pretty messed up by alcohol.
It's just so infuriating looking at these bootleggers. They're really no different from the businessmen and the fellas in DC. They grow richer and richer while we grow poorer and poorer.
I feel you. Well, I'm in the same situation. Can you point me to the boss of this place so I can set up a tab?
The manager's name is John Morris. He's the one with the suit. You'll know him when you see him. He's surrounded by money and his voice is filled with it.
Thanks, friend. See you around. Hey John, I'm from the Stillwater Syndicate. I've come here to establish, what you say, a commercial link between our suppliers and your speakeasy. I know you're just a pawn in the speakeasy game, but if you could point me to exactly where Manuel is right now, I can offer you higher profit margins than you can ever imagine.
The Stillwater gang. The ringleader of the speakeasies loves to increase his profits. I know Manuel likes to keep his movements, like, shall we say, hush-hush. But I'd gladly give you his information in exchange for a little bit of a down payment on our arrangement.
How much do you want, greedy pig?
How about 100 crates? I sure love me some alligator skin shoes.
Alright, I'll have my men drop off the crates and that money tomorrow night.
All right. Good to see you, Alphonse. I'll be sure to keep in touch. Here you go.
Who is it?
It's Alphonse, let me in.
Damn, it really is here.
Knew you would make it out sooner or later. Good job on finding us. We had to make a last minute move because we get caught by the cops.
Well, you know those cops. They'll do anything for low confiscated booze. So just make sure to drop off a crate for me at the precinct tomorrow.
Alright, will do. Ah, Alphonse. Good to see you made a safe return. I have a job for you. One of my associates has seemed to have forgotten his terms of agreement. I pray you can settle this dispute quickly. Of course.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hi, Mr. Turner. Manuel sent us. We're here to discuss the terms of your agreement.
Oh, that's why you're here. Please come in. So, how has Manny been doing? I hear the alcohol business has been booming lately.
Let's cut the pleasantries, Jack. Manuel says you don't following the terms of his agreement. He says you want a bigger cut. Well, you ain't getting it.
Boys, now, let's not get too excited here. I only wanted to commit with the renegotiation.
Well, the boss has even inspiring others to do the same. He says we gotta make an example.
No, please.
Jack Turner, you're under arrest for the violation of the 18th Amendment.
We gotta go.
Hola, amigo.
Hey, that man you told me to follow, he never killed the target. I saw him signal to the cops out the window a couple minutes after he left.
That little runt. We brought him in, raised him as one of our own, and he repays us by calling the cops? Well, he should know he can't double-cross us. Alphonse must be taken down.
Wow, that was a close one. Good thing we made it out of there alive.
What's this? Hello? Really? Alright, I'll take care of it.
Who was that?
Just the boss. He said a new shipment has arrived. Can you go check if it's outside? Damn fool. I knew he never had the heart for this time around.
Go, get out of here! Frank, what's going on?
Don't play dumb. You know what you did. Now I have to kill you.
Frank, you don't have to do this. I thought when we were growing up, our actions meant something. Back then, we broke some laws to help the starving and to survive. The rich were wrong to push us down, but now we're doing the same thing. Living so extravagantly, so wastefully, we don't realize we dragged through the mud to get to the top. There's still time to undo these wrongs. There's still hope for us. Hope.
What are you talking about? You betrayed me! You betrayed us! Why do you keep talking about the past?
This isn't you talking. It's the alcohol. It's the trade. We started off wanting to help the poor, but instead we're destroying them.
You're wrong!
Hello. Have you killed him yet? I want to hear the shot.
Don't think you can sway me.
I know I can.